The plane carrying Goodluck Jonathan touched down in Bamako on Thursday afternoon. He's been here several times in recent months, trying to get army rulers to agree to ECOWAS's demands to hold elections, but without success. A day before Jonathan's trip, Mali's transitional parliament approved a bill allowing the junta to rule for up to 5 years.
They've come up with their report, and that is why we are here to engage the transitional government, of course, with the foreign minister, the head of government, and others, so that we can agree on a common position that will be the best interest of Mali, the best interest of ECOWAS, and the best interest of Africa.
In January, ECOWAS imposed sweeping sanctions on Bamako. The army rulers have maintained that a rushed election will not deliver lasting stability.
We cannot say this is the last or this is second to the last, but we will continue to be a part of the process until the end of the transition. Sometimes you can just come and look at the faces of the leaders and smile and go.
After initially agreeing to hold elections in February, Mali's army rulers abandoned the commitment, saying the deadline was too short.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has endorsed long-time rival Raila Odinga. During an address before his Jubilee Party supporters on Wednesday, he said the opposition politician meant well for the country. President Kenyatta urged leaders from central Kenya to cast their ballot for 77-year-old Odinga. Presidential elections are set for August 9th. It will be the 5th time Mr. Odinga runs for president. He will vie for the presidency as the Azimio La Umoja Alliance preferred candidate. The alliance is made up of parties such as Mr. Kenyatta's Jubilee Party and now Mr. Odinga's Orange Democratic Movement. The president's endorsement of Raila Odinga further isolates Deputy President William Ruto, who will run as the United Democratic Alliance nominee. A revolution is underway for disabled people in Burundi. In this building housing the Patrick Ngoga Foundation, anyone can find crutches, splints, prostheses and other orthopedic support devices. Founder Mr. Ngoga suffered an accident during his childhood that impacted his sciatic nerve and left him handicapped. After 3 years spent in Japan to study prosthetics and orthotics, he is back in Burundi. His goal is now to help fellow disabled citizens. Before I completed my training, we had to go abroad to find prostheses. Nowadays, we don't need to travel to find affordable ones anymore. Many people need prostheses, and today, prosthetic feet are manufactured in Burundi and patients can buy them at lower prices. It is fitting day for Chartier Bimenyamana. The man survived the car accident. He is one of the many people who had their lives transformed by the work of the foundation. I am very happy. For the past 4 years, I have been working with crutches and wearing shorts only. Thanks to the prosthesis, I can start wearing pants again. On the national level, associations gathering disabled people have witnessed the positive impact of the foundation. Most of disabled people come from poor families and they cannot afford prostheses or any orthopedic support. If you try to estimate a price, it costs about 1 million or 1.5 million francs. I can testify that the Ngoga Foundation helps hundreds of people to finally get orthopedic implants that improve their mobility. Before the Patrick Ngoga Foundation was launched, only one rehabilitation center existed. The few people who could afford the prosthesis had to pay out some $5,000. If the exact number of disabled people in the southern African country isn't known, the prostheses made in Burundi have already been life-changing for many.
7 African heads of state gathered in Kinshasa on Thursday to assess a 2013 agreement aimed at cementing peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo's violence-torn east and the Great Lakes region. The DRC President Felix Tshisekedi said, continuing our efforts to consolidate peace and security in the region and also to bring our people closer together through integrating projects that will surely ensure the well-being and development of our respective peoples. Millions of people die from violence, disease, or starvation in the 1996, 1997, and the 1998 to 2003 Congo Wars, a conflict that enmeshed countries from East and Central Africa. The Kinshasa Summit, the 10th in the series, brought together the presidents of the DRC, South Africa, Uganda, Angola, the Republic of Congo, Burundi, and the Central African Republic.
A UN expert on Thursday urged Sudanese forces to stop firing at anti-coup protesters after the death toll from the crackdown topped 80. Demonstrations have continued in Sudan since Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan led a military takeover last October, sparking international outrage.
My concern about the security forces' repeated use of excessive force and live ammunition against protesters since the 25th October 2021 coup, and noted that so far at least 82 people have been killed as a result, more than 2,000 injured, and others, mostly women, subjected to acts of sexual violence.
Near daily rallies have been held in Sudan's major cities, calling for a return to civilian rule.
I called on the authorities to put to an end the use of excessive force against protesters, lift the state of emergency, release all protesters and activists still held in detention, and ensure prompt and impartial investigation into allegations of human rights violations.
Sudan says it is holding soldiers accused of firing at protesters.